lovers, welcome back to my channel, Crown Brown Books, where everything is literally lit with your girl T. Thank you to you who have subscribed, shared, commented, and liked. Please remember, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your neighbor, tell your co-worker, tell a stranger, even tell a hater that everything's literally lit over here in Lit York City. Today's video is going to be a serious video. We're going to dive deep into how we maintain reading, how we start reading, how we build reading for our younger ones. So please go get a pen and paper, go get your iPads, whatever you need to take notes, because it's about to get serious. I know many of you are wondering why all the pink was going on today. Today is Sunday, October 11th, and today, as soon as I finish shooting this video, I'm going to run to a breast cancer awareness event. Remember, it is Pinktober, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, in which we wear purple to represent and to support those who have encountered any form of domestic violence. So, of course, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm ready to support. I have donated. Thank you to so many of you who have donated to my team, but thank you to those of you who have joined my team. Normally, we will be walking either in Central Park or Coney Island like we did last year, but due to, of course, COVID and everything else that's going on, everything is virtual. But some places have done small community events. So, of course, I'm all pinked out. I have a pink bow on my hair, pink nails. I have my Courage button, pink hoodie, pink shirt. I also have a pink mask that I came across yesterday. The Asian people, the Mexican and Asian people were selling it. And I have my pink socks. So I'm ready and excited. It's going to be a good day. The weather is good. It's not as sunny as it was yesterday, but as long as it's not raining, it's not cold, hey. And it's all for a good cause. I've received so many questions, emails, even during work hours, after work hours, parents, guardians, grandparents, concerned individuals asking why I can't get him to read, or he doesn't like books, or please, her read a book. She ain't worried about no book. These are the things that I hear on a daily basis. I've been hearing them for years and years on end. What category are you in? Are you in the category that the child or the child you may know, whether it's a friend, a relative, co-worker, doesn't read at all? Or are you in the category where they read, but read just a little bit, and you would like to see them boost their reading time, boost their reading skills, gain interest in reading? Which one are you in? Let me know. And it doesn't matter, because I'm going to break it down for both categories. How we can support and manage all things reading, either category A or category B. First, let's consider the easier of the two. Well, in my opinion, the easier of the two would be trying to increase reading time. Maybe your younger one, and when I say younger one, I mean of all ages, whether it's toddlers to preteens to teenagers, it doesn't matter. Any school age child. The category where you want to see them read more. You need them to read more. Maybe the teacher is saying, you know what, they need to increase their reading. They're not reading enough, or they're not reading across various genres. Or maybe you yourself feel that they spend so much time doing something else opposed to reading. Here, we can start looking at some strategies. So let's begin with looking at what they're doing and conducting a basic assessment of your weekly schedule, your daily schedule. What does your home schedule, your family schedule look like? And what I mean by that, where can you fit in extra reading time for this child? And if the child, let's say, is reading only on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or just on the weekend, and it's reading for maybe 15-20 minutes during those 2 or 3 days. Let's see where extra reading can fit in. And fit in meaning quality reading time. We just don't want the child to pick up a book and just skim through the pages, because many of them will do that. We want the reading to be intentional, for it to be purposeful, for them to comprehend, and for them to build on what they're reading. So let's consider managing the days when we are least busy. So if you find a lot of gaps of free time during the week, build on that weekly gap where you say, you know what, on Tuesday between the hours of 3:30 and 4, here's a book, here's a magazine, here's an article. Understand the child's likes, the dislikes, what their interests are. And that's how you can build an increased reading time. Get excited about the increase. Anything that is going to grow, going to develop, going to expand, it's usually a good thing, especially in an area where reading. Let's think about things that we like. If you love money, if you love working, if you love drawing, if you love painting, if you love dancing. If your child enjoys reading or doesn't mind reading, just consider expanding that reading time, developing that reading time, growing that reading time. So let's get excited, get motivated, go book shopping or explore different genres. Maybe your child is only used to reading fiction books or mystery books. Expand, open them up to different genres of reading and different authors. Shop for new material. Let's look at book posters. Let's look at bookmarks. All these things can be a tool, a strategy to motivate the child to read more, to increase and build on the reading time. And you have to join in. If it's a family of 3, family of 5, we have to make it a party. We all are in this together. We all have to get excited. Make a family night where everyone is reading at the same time. It's like DARE. In the schools, there was a thing called DARE, drop everything and read. So this could be a fun event, and you can definitely increase the reading time doing this. You can also provide incentives, do like a book log, a book list. It can be something as simple as putting it on a calendar, like, you know what, Joe read 4 books this week. We're going to mark this on the calendar. And if there's a sister, Janaya read 3 books this week, get excited. Let them know that I recognize you. I see you. I enjoy what you're doing. I praise what you're doing, and join in with them. Option B, let's begin reading or exposing the child to books, is usually more difficult, because if a child, let's say, is in 2nd grade, 3rd grade or higher, and the only time they read is during school hours, it's really hard to open them up to reading outside of school, because at this particular stage they have developed an interest in doing everything else other than reading. However, don't be discouraged at all. If there's a will, there is a way. So please, if you do not have a writing instrument or a note-taking instrument, stop, drop what you're doing, go get it now. We're going to pause the video, go get it now, because you're going to need it. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Many of you are asking, how do I get the child to start reading? How do I get them interested in books? What can I do to get them to pick up a book? Okay, simple, simple, simple. But it starts with you, the parent, or whoever the child is around most. We know that children mimic what they see and what they hear. That is a fact. Children will definitely repeat what they hear. They will act out what they see, whether it's at home or at school. And you will be surprised. Ask anyone who works with children. Your business is always returning to their classroom, their daycare, the after school center. It doesn't matter. Trust. We know your business. So, how do we get the child to pick up a book? You know what? Ask yourself, when was the last time the child saw you pick up a book? When was the last time the children saw an open book around the house? Maybe a magazine or an article. Even if you're reading ebooks, when was the last time? Think about it. If they haven't, then that's probably why they have no interest in reading. If they have, then maybe they're not seeing you do it enough, or it's not something that they're interested in. So if you know your child loves dogs, you should be building your child a library with books that deal with what? Yes, dogs. If your daughter, niece, cousin, neighbor is into doing hair, into beauty things, nail polish, get the child some form of reading material that deals with that. You must get to know the child. Reading exposure is so key. The earlier, the better. Even if you have an infant, start placing a book in front of that infant. Maybe read, even if it's a picture book with no words, or you're doing most of the reading. Read alouds are key. And reading to the child at least 3 times a week. Remember, this is the child that you struggle to pick up a book, that struggles to pick up a book. This is the child that has no interest in reading. And do it gradually. Start out every other day, 3 times a week, for at least 10 to 15 minutes. But you have to start first. Read to the child for at least 2 to 3 weeks, a short read, nothing long. Because if the child has no interest in reading, the only thing you're going to do if you're sitting there reading for a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, you're going to bore the child. Their attention span is very, very low. We do not want to bore them. We want to pique their interest. We want to engage them. We want them to begin to want to read on their own. So we're going to start reading every other day for at least 10 to 15 minutes the most, in something that they're interested in. After you read to them, maybe ask about 2 to 3 questions, simple questions, very simple. Oh, what did you like? What didn't you like? Who are the characters? Or what do you think should have happened? Or what do you think is going to happen next, the next time you read the story? Or do a quick activity. It could be a drawing activity, a painting activity, something that you know will interest them. And this is the time where you start to question the child. You engage in dialogue, discussions about the book. You can gain an understanding of what the child learned, what they didn't learn. And if the child is young, possibly a toddler, just let the child turn the book. After you've read to the child, let them go back into pages. Really analyze what page they're stopping at, or the colors that they're focusing on, or the objects that's in the book, or specific pages that they tend to spend more time on than others. Remember, visuals are everything. When I say everything, they're everything. Just like when many of us consider thumbnails on YouTube to be the key to what we watch, that's because it's a visual, it's a picture. If we see something that pops out at us, or a title that looks good, what are we doing? We're clicking. We're waiting to see what this video is about. The same thing goes for reading. Put some books in front of your child, or magazine, or any type of article. Maybe put something that has a bold and exciting title versus something that's really, a bit mediocre on the dry side. It's a little, and watch what your child picks up. So visuals are key. Make sure you take the child book shopping, even if it's online. Target has excellent books. Walmart sometimes, and it depends on where you're at. If you're in New York City, some of the books in Target, they're okay, but the selection is very small. Walmart, the same thing. If you're near Barnes and Nobles, expensive, but it's worth it. If you want to really introduce your child to reading and you want this child to start reading, you are going to make it happen. What did I say about cartoons? My nephew loves Paw Patrol. He wakes up Paw Patrol. Before he goes to sleep, Paw Patrol. So what did Auntie do? Auntie went out and got him a Paw Patrol reading book. He loves it. I got this book again from Target. The book was $6.99. He reads it on and off. And I also went and found him at the same time a play pack, and it's a grab and go. It has the book, the crayons, and some stickers in it. Now, once you have some books, and you could start out with 2 or 3, right? Maybe you got the books for free. Take advantage of your local libraries. If you're on a tight budget like I am, seek out free books. Do your research on the internet. I can easily give you a number of free book websites, but no, I want you to start somewhere, okay? This is supposed to be fun. We're getting motivated, we're getting excited, and I know your student, your child, whether you're an educator, a parent, a guardian, they will be interested in helping you because this is all about them. Once they see you excited, they're going to jump in and say, you know what, no, I don't want to read that. This is what I want to read. They're going to let you know after a while exactly what they want and what they don't want. So once we have our books, our magazines, our articles, whatever literature, whatever form of literature we select, we are going to provide a nice, comfy space for the child to read at home. Create a little reading nook, maybe a reading corner, a reading square, or fluff up the couch with some pillows if the space is limited in the home. There's always a way to create a little comfy reading area. And this is that child's area. Let that child take responsibility. You know what? Go get your reading blankie. Go in your reading corner. It's time to read. Let's go. Grab your book. Grab a pillow. Grab a blanket. Anything. Grab a throw. It's time to read. Decorate it. Get some reading posters. Get some reading stickers. Something that is going to build interest, because that's what it's all about, building interest so that the child can pick up that book eventually, independently, and begin. These tips are for all students. Keep in mind, students with disabilities, our students who are dealing with autism, our students who may be very much older and they're at a very low reading level. Don't hesitate to take this advice, to use it across the board. Remember to celebrate. We're going to close out because this topic can take us into hours and hours on end, but celebrate your reading accomplishments after every read. Even if you only read 3 pages, celebrate that. Mark it on a calendar. Create a reading chart. Create a reading log. If your child is a school-age child, I think all students, they should have a reading log, whether they create one themselves in their books or the teacher provides one. Again, you can also find this on various websites. Just Google reading log for kids. If it's a teenager, reading logs for teens. Celebrate it. Find some nice cheap stickers at Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Target, stickers for 50 cents, $1. And even if you do not want to spend money, put a check on a calendar, put a check on the reading chart, put a smiley face, some form of emoji. And you shouldn't be doing this. Let me say that. Don't do this. Let the child do this. If the child is capable, even if this child is a toddler, 2-year-old, let the child do some form of drawing. Oh, you know what? We just finished 3 pages. It's Wednesday. Go put it on a calendar or go to the computer. One more thing I forgot to mention. Keep track of everything you do with the child. You must keep track, monitor, keep track of the times, the days, the moods, the attitudes, the responses you get when you're initiating a reading time. Also, be consistent. Consistency is key. It is everything you need and more to make this happen. If you want this to be a success, you have to be consistent. If you know you're most busy on Wednesdays and Thursdays, do not include reading in your schedule. Just don't, because it's going to be an epic fail. An epic fail. You want this to be a hit. I'm going to drop some information in the description box. I want you to use it. I want you to share it. I want you to let me know how it goes. Let me know which category you're in. If you're in category A, whether your child is reading but not reading enough for your liking or the teacher's liking, let me know. And let me know if you're in category B, the more difficult category where you cannot get the child to read at all. Let me know. And use some of these strategies. Let me know which one works best for you, which ones didn't work, what you liked, what your child liked, what they didn't like, okay? I want to share a quick story before I go. I know I said I was going to go before, but I want to share this story. The other day while driving into work, I was listening to The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne Tha God, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Phylicia Rashad, yes, the Cosby wife from The Cosby Show, Claire Huxtable, right? Yeah, Claire Huxtable. She was on a magnificent interview. I'm sure you can pull it up on YouTube. And she was saying how her friend is a doctor. And you know, when you go to doctor's offices, they have books and magazines and everything while you wait in a waiting area forever. So the doctor tells her how there was a child in a waiting area, a young child, and the child was holding a book. Somehow, sadly, the child didn't know what to do with the book. The child didn't know how to turn the pages of the book. This is one of the reasons why I decided to create this channel. I have seen this for, I want to say, the past 2 years. It is very sad. It is discouraging. And something needs to be done about it. We need to bring more awareness to the fact that our young ones do not know the simple things about a book. You know, they don't know how to open it. They don't know which way the pages should be turned. You know, these are simple things. So when I heard that part of the interview, I really was hurt but yet excited at the same time, because I was saying to myself, yes, that is true. Like, I have seen this for the past 2 years, even though I've been working with students and young ones, teenagers for the past 14, 15 years. The past 2 years, it's like I see it more than ever that the little ones do not know what to do with the book. And as she's finishing the interview, well, that part of the interview, she's saying the child was trying to scan the book. You know, the child is wondering, like, what should I do with this book? Sad story, but story that encourage me, because if you have visited my Instagram page, which I encourage you to do, go visit and follow. That's one of the hashtags that I mention every day. I say it to my students, I say it to my family, I say it to my friends. Turn with us, turn with me. It's never too late to turn, it's never too early to turn. We should be turning while you're pregnant. Turn, okay? Turn those pages, turn the covers of books, okay? So again, thank you for watching. Like I said, I have to go to this event. I am all pinked out. I have my mask, my bracelets, my pink, 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 and more pink. So have a great day. Remember, let me know in the comments exactly what category you're in. Let me know what you're gonna do, what works, what didn't work. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. Don't forget to tell a friend, neighbor, stranger, co-worker, even a hater, to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Crown Bound Books.